Morning, everyone. We got the last of the 4 Miku Lairs coming at us this February. Let's get into it. Quick note before we start, just want to talk about Festival in a Box real quick. Wizards put out a release that says it's going to cost $199, so not $249. So they basically take in $50 off of it, which is great because they're not giving us, a bunch of extra boosters. We're not getting a Chaos Draft. We're not getting collector boosters. So it is really nice that they lowered the price for that. It doesn't really change my sentiment towards it. I think if you want to open it, I think that's great. I think it's a solid price for that, and you'll have some good fun. I think if you want to sit on it, just be cautious because this is the first of the Magicons for this year, and we're probably going to get this a couple more times. So just be aware that the supply is going to keep increasing. All that being said, let's get into Miku, the last of the 4 Lairs, Winter Diva. Kicking it off with Miku, Font of Pop. This is a Giada Font of Hope reprint, and it's a $1 card, $2 in the foil. It's seen 4-ish reprints. I know there's like 11 different printings, but they all came out kind of in huge chunks. Like there's 6 that came out for Foundations and 5 that came out. Anyways, point being is that we kind of got it in 4 different reprints, and last saw it about 3 months ago, ranked 1701 on EDH Rec. After that, we've got the heavy hitter of the layer. We've got Swan Song. This is a $10 card, $62 in the foil. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's huge. 4 reprints only. Last saw it almost 2 years ago. Ranked 93 on EDH Rec. This is one of, if not one of the best staples in terms of counterspells. You see this a lot in CDH too. So, yeah, this is a huge include. Also, something to note, this art is done by Kellogg's Loops, which I personally love, and I think people do as well. If you look up the copies of all the secret layers that they've done, it's consistently the highest variant in terms of price. So this is huge. I may snag just a spare copy just to get a Swad Sog. I know the foil price is super high, but yeah, these cards command a lot of value on the secondary market. After that, we've got Youthful Valkyrie. It's a bulk card, 14 cents, 25 cents in foil. Seen 5 reprints. Last saw it 2 months ago. Ranked 4081 on EDH Rec. Again, solid angel card. If you're playing angels, this is a great layer to pick up, but yeah, just some bulk. Following it up, we've got Counterspell. This is a $1 card. Seen 65 reprints. Yeah, I mean, it's Counterspell. You know it. You love it. Seen it 3 months ago. Ranked 18 on EDH Rec. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun art. I don't love when real-life stuff blends into Magic stuff, so the camera's not really doing it for me, but I like her pose. It's pretty pouty. That's pretty fun. After that, we've got Miku Queen Electric, which is a reprint of Brago King Eternal. Not really sure why they picked Brago. Not an angel, not really a thing, but okay, it's Azorius, so I guess that checks some box somewhere. Anyways, it's a $2 card, 10 in the foil. Seen 5 reprints. Last saw it 3 years ago. Ranked 1815 on EDH Rec. Finally, we have Scrying Sheets. We get a 6 card in this layer, which is really nice. It's a $6 card, $38 in the foil. Whew, if that wasn't scarce, I don't know what is. Seen 2 reprints. Last saw it 4 years ago. That was a list reprint, but we actually really haven't seen it since Cold Snap. It's ranked 7648 on EDH Rec. Yeah, it doesn't see a ton of play. This is definitely a scarcity foil, so yeah, it is what it is. Let's look at the layer stats. We've got a non-foil price of around $20 and 32 cents, and a foil price of an eye-watering $114.53. Now, obviously, that's a huge scarcity play. Swan Song and Scrying Sheets are huge in some of that. I mean, some of Swan Song being like, it is just a good card. People do like playing foil copies of it, so it's about half scarcity, half just, really, really used playable. But Scrying Sheets is 100% just a scarcity foil. That is not worth $38. Anyway, so that's the pricing. If we look at the foil rating, you can see we've got a 5 here. Again, asterisk because of the scarcity foils. But overall, it's still a 5 for financial. Playability is a 4. All these cards see a lot of play except for Scrying Sheets. And art is a 3. The art has been pretty, like some of the cards in all the Miku Lairs I thought have been really awesome. Some of the cards have been kind of wonky looking to me. But this one's got a Kellogg's Loops art in it, which I adore. So yeah, I'm going to keep this at a 3 because I just don't, everything else is just kind of fine. Moving to the non-foil rating, this drops all the way down to a 3 just because the value just isn't there when it comes to just the base copies of these cards. And I think that should be an indicator of how it just far inflated that foil pricing is. So total rating, we've got a 4.3 in the foil and a 3.7 in the non-foil. You can see I've kind of adjusted my ratings here for the X Factor stuff. Scarcity foil still -0.5 point. My outside IP, I've actually reduced from a full point to just a half point for the IP. They've definitely scaled their print numbers to account for outside IP stuff, and we can see like the Ghostbuster stuff has been just rotting in the Secret Lair store. So I'm no longer giving it a full point for that. It's still getting a +5 or +0.5, but that's where it's going to sit for now. And we're also getting another 0.5 plus because this is a more than 5 card Lair, which is great. I like when they do that. I wish that they do that more. So I'm going to bump it up in terms of rating for that. So again, total is a 4.3 in the foil and a 3.7 in the non-foil. This Lair is going to be going on sale February 10th, I believe, and I believe it is going to be part of the Winter Superdrop. They haven't formally announced it yet, but I have to imagine that is when they're doing it. We're getting Festival of Box on the 3rd, and last year we got the Winter Superdrop on the 5th. So I imagine they're just kind of giving it a little breathing room between the Festival of Box on the 3rd, and then we're going to get the huge Winter Superdrop on the 10th. So that means we're going to be covering a lot more Lairs, so stay tuned. If you don't want to miss any Lair news, I will be covering them as they come out as quickly as I can. So yeah, hit all the dumb little YouTube buttons, and I'll show up in algorithms, and that'll be awesome for me, and you'll love it more because you'll get to see my mediocre face more often. Until next time, bye.